When I handed in my report to the district supervisor, he read it through with a narrow smile. They've distracted you with a war film and given false information as usual. You're inexperienced, of course. Totally green troops in the area. However, your unauthorized action will enable us to cut some corners. Come along now and we will get the real facts. The police patrol pounded into the home office of Lazarus and Company. And now, Mr. Winkhorst, and you gentlemen of the board, let's have the real story and quickly. Or would you rather talk to the partisans? You dumb hicks. The information and quickly. We have no time to waste with such as you. The DS stood there translucent silver, sending a solid blast of inflexible authority. All right, we'll talk. The cyclotron processes image. It's the microfilm principle. Smaller and smaller, more and more images in less space. Pounded down on a cyclotron to crystal image meal. We can take the whole fucking planet out that way up our ass in a finger stall. Image of both of us, good as he used to be. A stall, you dig? Just old showman packing our ermines, you might say. Enough of that show. Continue, please, with your statement. Sure, but you see now why we had to laugh till we pissed washing those dumb hicks playing around with photo montage. Like charging a regiment of tanks with a defective slingshot. For the last time out of me, continue with your statement. Sure, but you see now why we had such lookout on those dumb rubes playing around with splintered carnival. Charging a regiment of tanks with a defective sanitarium 1917. Never could keep his gas. Just an old trooper's all. He goes into a song and dance routine, dancing off stage. An 1890 cop picks him up in the wings and brings back a ventriloquist dummy. This gentleman is a death dwarf, as you can see, manipulated by remote control. Compliments of Mr. and Mrs. D. Give me a shot, says the dwarf, and I'll tell you something interesting. Hydraulic metal hands proffer a tray of phosphorescent meal, yellow-brown in color like pulverized amber. The dwarf takes out a hypo from a silver case and shoots a pinch of the meal in the main line. Images. Millions of images. That's what I eat. Cyclotron shit. Ever try kicking that habit with apomorphine? Now I got all the images of sex acts and torture ever took place anywhere. And I can just blast it out and control you gooks right down to the molecule. I got orgasms. I got screams. I got all the images any hick poet ever shit out. My power's coming, my power's coming, my power's coming. He goes into a faith healer routine, rolling his eyes and frothing at the mouth. And I got millions and millions and millions of images of me. He nods out. He snaps back into focus, screaming and spitting at Uranian Willy. You hick, you rat. Fuzz on me. All right. I'm finished, but you're still a lousy fucking think. Just your remarks to me, said the DS. All right, you hick sheriffs. I'll cook you all down to decorticated canine preparations. You'll never get the apomorphine formula in time. Never. Caustic, white-hot lava drips from your teeth. The smell of phosphorus fills the room. Human dogs. Don't mind if I take another shot, do you? Of course not. After giving information, you will be disintoxicated. Disintoxicated, he says. My God, look at me. Good, sir. To the purpose. Shit. Uranian shit. That's what my human dogs eat, and I like to rub their nose in it. Beauty, poetry, space. What good is all that to me if I don't get the image fix I'm in the ovens, you understand? All the pain and hate images come loose. You understand that, you dumb hick? I'm finished, but your eyes still pop out. Naked candy of adolescent image, Panama. Ooh, look out different. Cook you all down to decorticated mandrakes. Don't you think, Mr. D, it is in your interest to facilitate our work with the apomorphine formula? It wouldn't touch me, not with the habit I got. How do you know? Have you tried? Of course not. If I allowed anyone to develop the formula, he would be out, you understand? And it only takes one out to kick over my hypo tray. After all, you don't have much choice, Mr. D. Again, the image snapped back, fading now and flickering like an old film. I still have the boardroom reports. I can split the planet wide open tomorrow. And you little rat, you'll end up on ice in the ovens. Baked Alaska, we call it. Nothing like a baked Alaska fix to hold me vegetable. Always plenty wise guys waiting on the baked Alaska. The dwarf's eyes sputtered blue sparks. A reek of burning flesh billowed through the room. I still mushroom planet wide open for jolly. Any hick poet shit out pleasures. Come closer and see my pictures. Show you something interesting. Come closer and watch them flop around in soiled linen. The garden boys, both of us, good as we used to be. Sweet pictures start coming in the hanged man, knees up to the chin. You know, Beauty Bear is still as good. Cock stand up spurting whitewash. Ever try his crotch when the egg cracks? Now I got all the images in backward time. Rusty black pants, delicate gooks in the locker room rubbing each other. I got screens. I watched. Burning heavens, idiot. Don't mind if I take another shot. Jimmy Sheffield's is still as good as he used to be. Flashed the room in pink carnival. The young agent turned at the side, vomiting. Police work is not pleasant on any level, said the DS. He turned to Winkhorst. This special pre-spitting notice on your dirty pharmaceuticals. Level. Well, some of my information was advantage. It is done with a cyclotron, but like this. Say I want to heat up the mescaline formula. What I do is put the blazing photo from Hiroshima and Nagasaki under my cyclotron and shade the heat needle in with the mescaline. Indetectable. It's all so simple and magnificent, really. Beauty Bear and all that. Or say I want the drenched glands on the boys. What I do is put the image from his cock under the cyclotron, spurting whitewash into the white hot skies of Minraud. Death Dwarf opens one eye. Hey, Copper, come here. Got something else to tell you. Might as well, Rat. Everyone does it here, the man says. You know about niggers? Why darkies were born? Travel flesh, we call it. Transport's better. Tell you something else? Not that. And the apomorphine formula, Mr. Winkhorst? Apomorphine is no word and no image. It is, of course, misleading to speak of a silence virus or an apomorphine virus, since apomorphine is antivirus. The apomorphine preparations must be raised in a culture containing sublethal quantities of pain and pleasure cyclotron concentrates. Subvirus stimulates antivirus special group. Where immunity has been established in the surviving preparations, and many will not survive, we have the formula necessary to defeat the virus powers. It is simply a question of putting through an inoculation program in the very limited time that remains. Word begets image, and image is virus. Our facilities are at your disposal, gentlemen, and I am at your disposal. Technical sergeant, I can work for anybody. These officers don't even know what button to push. He glares at the dwarf who is on the nod, hands turning to vines. I'm not taking any rap for a decorticated turnip. And just let me tell you how much all the kids in the office and the laboratory hate you stinking heavy metal-ass cunt-sucking Ford bastards. Uranian Willy, the heavy metal kid, also known as Willy the Rat. He wised up the marks. This is war to extermination. Fight cell by cell through bodies and mind screens of the earth. Souls rotten from the orgasm drug, flesh shuddering from the ovens. Prisoners of the earth, come out. Storm the studio. Burnt metal smell of interplanetary war in the raw noon streets, swept by screaming glass blizzards of enemy flak. Shift linguals, free doorways, cut word lines, photo falling, word falling, breakthrough in gray room. Towers, open fire. Partisans of all nations, open fire. Tilt, blast, pound, stab, strap, kill. Pilot K9, you are cut off. Back. Back before the whole fucking shithouse goes up. Return to base immediately. Ride music beam back to base. Stay out of that time flak. All pilots, ride panpipes back to base. The technician mixed a bicarbonate of soda, surveying the havoc on his view screen. It was impossible to estimate the damage. Anything put out up till now is like pulling a figure out of the air. Enemy installations shattered, personnel decimated, board books taken. Electric waves of resistance sweeping through mind screens of the earth. The message of total resistance on shortwave of the world. This is war to extermination. Shift linguals, cut word lines, vibrate tourists, free doorways. Photo falling, word falling. Breakthrough in gray room, calling partisans of all nations. Towers, open fire.